Welcome to Real Life Investing. This is Al getting in contact with you guys again. Anyway, he's going to talk to you about some crypto.com, Cronos as we know it. Let's go ahead and start looking at some good prices today. Bitcoin is at 108, it's 108,000 that is. Ethereum at 2,600, trying to move on up as well. So good things appear to be on the horizon. Fear and greed is about normal with right at 51 with the neutral. Market cap is at 3.39 trillion. So Bitcoin dominance is high at 63.7%. Ethereum at 9.5%. So let's see, talk about some Cronos. I'm going to mention this real quick, and I'm not going to try to be too long today, but what I'm going to mention to you guys is do not forget that Cronos is under 10 cents. Anytime it's under 10 cents, we know we got a bargain on our hands and we got a sure bet as far as like you're definitely going to see a rise on your investment. So let's say, remember, let me just say this real quick though. Remember, whatever we see on the channel is not financial advice. But if you like what you see today, just ask you to like and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate you guys. I haven't been on in a few days, but I am glad to be back and glad to see you guys once again. So leave a comment in the chat. I'd definitely be glad to hear from you all, especially on crypto.com Cronos. Now, anyways, we'll take a look right here. It's up 3% for the day. On the 7-day, Cronos is down a little bit. So that's not bad for us at all. For the 1 month, let's see, it is down just a tad bit. So just to give you a heads up on that, things are going like that over the month. That means it's pretty much consolidating at the 9 cents mark, maybe, and also it's a little bit at the 10 as well, just for a moment there. Let's just keep that in mind. I'm curious, 1 year, Cronos is only down 6% for the year as well. So therefore, it's been very steady. So looking to make a move to the upside once we get to a latter part of the bull market, most likely. So just a little bit of a heads up on that. We're going to move forward a little bit. I got a little bit of information, but I think it's very important that we need to share. First of all, here with crypto.com, the Visa Signature credit card is out. This is pretty huge. Let me just go ahead and talk about this a little bit. First of all, it's a buttload of money that's going to come through this. Excuse the language. But also it says that the wait is over. It says introducing the crypto.com Visa Signature credit card, our boldest offering to date. Uncapped rewards in crypto on every card purchase. So this is pretty exciting. All right, let's see. The Obsidian is going to be 6.5% back this year. That's the seeing 5% thereafter. Let's see. You're going to have your Rose. It's going to be 5% back this year and then 4% thereafter. And as you go up and down the ladder, depending on how much you have invested, etc., it's just giving you an idea of what you're dealing with here. See if I can give you a little bit more information on that guy. But overall, it looks pretty doggone good. So let's just keep that moving to a certain extent here. Just let me play around with this just a tad bit. And okay, looking pretty good. All right, let me get back to our screen that we were on. Now, moving forward a little bit. Key dates this week, you got the retail sales, Mom, you got the consumer price index. Oh, yeah, that should be interesting. So BOE interest rate decision. It looks like they're giving us a lot of good information. So definitely crypto.com, this particular X site, Twitter site is looking pretty good. So it's giving us an opportunity. What's this? Lock up. You can join the Level Up Rewards program. Looks like they're going to be giving away Tesla self-driving car. It's going to be crazy. Now, don't forget there's something called Lion as far as like if you're into gaming. So Lion is going to be a big deal, and that's tied in with crypto.com. So just a heads up on that with Lion. Let me just click to their site just very quickly. I'm not going to stay there long. But let's see if we can take a little bit of a look at that and see what we got here. King of memes with the lion. Lion is on the horizon. Have you stacked enough? Dropping soon. So it appears that loaded lions is here. So just to give us a heads up on that. Here we go. Loaded lions are here to take over and personalized chocolates from Switzerland. Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't planning on looking for something to eat here, but at the same time, it just gives us an idea that the loaded lions, and I've seen these as far as NFTs, I think, as well. So this lion coin is going to be pretty good, hopefully. Should be nice and new. Lion leaderboard campaign, etc. So just a heads up on that. Keep that lion information in mind. Let's go a little bit further here. Don't forget crypto.com. Mostly it's on the app with your cell phone, but just giving you a little bit of a heads up on the information here. Crypto.com sports has gone insane. It's available in all US states. So keep that in mind. Trade your view, profit when you're right. So let's see. Trying to see if there's anything else we are talking about. Well, crypto.com, definitely 400 plus cryptocurrencies. Yes, we know that if you're actually on crypto.com, as far as like it is a pretty good central exchange, very similar to maybe something like your Binance, your Coinbase, etc. Not quite as big as Binance, I know for sure, but nevertheless, very, very good set of coins. I know you can get BMX and some of the other ones that are not available on Coinbase. You can get them on crypto.com. So just a heads up on that. So very nice information. And so let's try to move forward a little bit. I think there's not much else to talk about except one big chunk of news right here, and that is Truth Social. All right, let's talk about this. Oops, I'm gonna keep the ads. My bad. Let's talk about this real quick. Listen very carefully, and let's be as polite and as nice as possible to everyone. Now, it doesn't matter who you love, who you hate, in any type of office or things of that nature. You have to acknowledge who the movers and the shakers are. And in this case, we have to acknowledge that Trump's Truth Social is a big mover and shaker for the markets. Okay, so let's do that. We acknowledge it right now, and let's go ahead and look. Trump's Truth Social files for Bitcoin and Ether. Whoa, Ether too. So Ethereum backed by crypto.com. Nice. So it says that says Trump's Truth Social is trying to launch a Bitcoin and Ether ETF. Shows the company is serious about getting into crypto, not just talking about it. In other words, they're not just talking about it; they're trying to be about it, right? So Truth Social says the media arm of Trump's post-presidency empire. Actually, this is very, very spanking brand new. This article just came out like a few hours ago. It says has filed to launch a dual asset Bitcoin and Ether ETF, a move that drags crypto deeper into the political and financial mainstream. The S1 filing made Monday. The day is Monday. My bad. Outlines a new fund that will hold. When I said it was a new article, I wasn't joking, was it? Outlines a new fund that would hold spot BTC and ETH with custody managed by who we see? Who we see? Who do we see there? Crypto.com. Just a heads up on that. Gives us an idea of who's going to be running the money. And once again, we see that is crypto.com. Very nice for the investors. So just a little bit of a heads up on that. We'll keep it moving. And so it's letting us know that this aligns with the SEC's green light to submit crypto strategy. Nice. So in other words, there's not going to be any hiccups or with the SEC. So it says the filing does not exist in a vacuum. It follows the SEC's recent approval of Trump Media's 2.3 billion Bitcoin treasury registration. It follows the SEC's recent approval of Trump Media's 2.3 Bitcoins, registration. I don't know why they wrote that twice in the article. You know what? A little bit of sloppy writing, my bad. All right. The filing doesn't whisper interest, it declares intent. Crypto is now in the firm's bloodstream, while the company claims it has no immediate plans to issue securities under the new clearance. A $2.5 billion capital raise aimed at acquiring Bitcoin is reportedly in motion. Isn't it just nice? You can just raise, we need $2 billion. You could just raise the money. Must be nice, huh? So for Truth Social, the ETF may function as both a financial product and a political statement, a bid to align the Trump brand with crypto's anti-establishment narrative, but through a regulated Wall Street facing vehicle. Main thing is crypto.com. How about that? So just a little bit of a heads up on that. Truth Social plunges on new mobile phone plan. Probably also has something to do, the crypto.com has a lot of information on the cell phone. But this is really great information. So anytime that you know that you got a billionaire, especially one as powerful as President Trump, once you have that particular chain being backed by crypto.com, you know you got a winner. Let's go ahead and talk about crypto.com, going back to maybe the beginning. Let's see. Crypto.com, where are we at? Trying to remember right now. Yeah, a little bit under 9 cents right now. So, well, not over, over 9 cents right now. Absolutely at its greatest, maybe get to like maybe $1.20, maybe greater. But this is what I would do. And I said this before, so keep it in mind. If you want to make sure that once you have a certain amount of the crypto.com or whatever, how can I say, altcoin or whatever cryptocurrency that you may have, once you have the certain amount of that you're willing to take profits, make sure that you put a stop limit order in there so that when it gets to a certain amount that it stops, it takes the limit order, and then you'll get the sale for that. But for right now, that's probably going to be some months away. Too much instability going on in the world right now. So we need to hold off for a few months before we try to sell anything. But man, once you see the benefits of this, though, this one's really going to pay off. Crypto.com, sure bet, sure winner. This is Al with Real Life Investing. Thank you for listening, and hopefully talk with you guys real soon. Good to be back. Please share, like, comment, and subscribe to Real Life Investing. And thank you for watching.